is sunscreen in terms of us living in India? How important is it for us?
Very important because sunscreen is have a routine skincare which they follow every day. So a good cleanser, a moisturizer and sunscreen is an essential part of it.
Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be discussing a topic which is crucial but most often misunderstood. You guessed it right, it's sunscreen. Hi, I'm Sia, your host for today's episode of the hashtag Sunscreen Must podcast, which is all about protecting your skin and spreading the use of sunscreen all year round, especially during the summer season, which is about to start in India. And with rising heat waves and pollution, it's a great time to refamiliarize yourself with sun safety practices. So today we'll be unraveling the secrets and mysteries of this skincare superhero and exploring how it can help our skin develop more radiantly, healthily, and make our skin glowy. So today, to educate us on why sunscreen is important not only during the summer season but throughout the year, we have with us renowned dermatologist and cosmetologist Dr. Shilpa Bhatt from Bengaluru here with us. Chanagidira, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
First of all, you're so beautiful. Before we start with anything else, I'd like to ask you, what's the secret of your beauty, since you are the role model of your patients and even for us, honestly? So how do you keep yourself fit and healthy?
Thank you for that question and compliment. I believe in keeping myself fit first, and I do my yoga routinely, and also I am a athlete, so I focus on running and jogging. Once in a week, I generally do strength training. I'm not a fan of weightlifting and strength training, but I do my jogging very regularly.
As we are speaking about sunscreens, I'd like to know, in our country, the heat waves are at an all-time high. We have all kinds of weather. So how important is sunscreen in terms of us living in India? How important is it for us?
Very important because sunscreen is something that every human should use it, because we all know that how harmful is UV rays, and ultraviolet light is the one that damages the skin. It reaches the dermis and causes early aging. It causes skin cancer. Many of us aware that how it leads to pigmentation, it leads to sunburns and whatnot. So we Indians tan very quickly. So we need to use a sunscreen not just to prevent tanning, we in the long term. So the sun protection should start as early as childhood. So we should use sunscreen, make it a habit to use sunscreen for children, and then gradually, that habit continues throughout the life. Because as we age, the changes show up on the skin, but microscopically it begins at a teenage. So we have to make sure that sun protection is taken care, and everyone is educated about the usage of sunscreen.
True, and it's also true that we have so many different types of sunscreen, including physical sunscreen, chemical sunscreen, and it's very hard to select which one is the best for us. So, what are the types of sunscreen and how to select them according to our skin type?
Broadly, the sunscreens are classified into two categories: physical sunscreen and chemical sunscreen. So physical sunscreens are the one which block the ultraviolet light as a broad, not just ultraviolet light, visible light, infrared light, blue light, everything. It just coats the skin from outside. So like a zinc oxide sunscreen, you might have seen sports people wearing the thick sunscreen, right? That kind of protection given by the mineral sunscreen. And then there are chemical sun filters which are seamless, which are very thin, and they just enter your skin. They actually absorb the UV light and neutralize it. So broadly two varieties. But then coming to the formulations, we have different kind of formulations. Like we have lotions, we have creams, we have gels. So different kind of skin requires different kind of sunscreens. There comes the expertise where we see the skin and accordingly we advise. So for example, if you have a oily skin, acne prone skin, we advise gel type of sunscreens. For example, someone else has got a oily and sensitive skin, then we probably prefer a physical sunscreen which is matte finishing. Someone has a very dry skin, extremely sensitive skin, then it will be a physical sunscreen which is a lotion. So a combination of what kind of sunscreen we want to give and what kind of a formulation. So that can help us to give the patient the right kind of sunscreen for their skin. So that's why you have to meet a dermatologist, get your skin examined and the sunscreen as per your requirement and as per your skin type.
That's very informative. Are there any other factors which come into play, for example, age and the environment we live in?
Definitely, because a child, we never give a chemical sunscreen. Up to the age of 11 years, we prescribe a physical sunscreen, and above that comes the role of chemical. And then environment, depending on the altitude. Someone lives on a higher altitude, requires a higher amount of UV protection. And then how you are exposed to the pollution. In the cities, if you are roaming around in pollution, someone who is a marketing professional who would require a higher degree of sun protection, as well as they might require some new ingredients which help in preventing the damage caused by the pollution as well. So we have got sunscreens which have all these ingredients incorporated with them.
Since you spoke about ingredients, what are some the first priority ingredients that we should look for in our sunscreen to make sure that we get proper sun protection?
So there are so many chemical filters. If we name them, you may get confused, like oxybenzone, benzophenone, avobenzone, so many things, and it's highly impossible for a common man to know all these filters. But make sure you have got the proper SPF and the boot star rating. What is this boot star rating? It is about the UVB protection. So the boot star rating is about the ultraviolet A protection. So UVA is the one that tans, UVB is the one that burns. So your SPF mainly provides protection against UVB. So it prevents your skin from sunburns, but it doesn't prevent you from tanning. So you will have to choose a sunscreen as per your skin type and how frequently you tan. And if that is the concern, then you have to look into the boot star rating and also the plus rating. So anything above 3+ would be good for Indian skin.
Since you mentioned the term SPF, can you please elaborate more on SPF and which SPF we should choose while choosing a sunscreen?
Yes, SPF is very essential for any sunscreen when you are choosing. So it's the sun protection factor. Basically, if you think that one skin is not exposed, not applied by the sunscreen, and the other side of your hand is applied by the sunscreen, both you exposed to UV light. So which one has the protection? The sunscreen one has the protection. The bare hand has no protection. The ratio of these two, the time duration that is required to make it red, that is called SPF in common words. Okay. So how fast your hand will become red when you have not applied the sunscreen and when you have applied the sunscreen. So it depends on the quantity of sunscreen applied as well as the SPF, the ingredient of the basic property of the sunscreen. So SPF, minimum of 15 SPF is required. And SPF 30 is recommended for Indian skin, and anything above 50 we recommend for people with specific skin concerns. For example, someone has a pigmentation, someone has got a sun tanning issue or some photo aging concerns, then we go for a higher SPF sunscreens. But in general, broad spectrum sunscreens, which is a good combination of both physical and chemical sunscreens, would be good.
That's very informative. So doctor, sometimes we stay inside our houses the whole day, we stay indoors the whole day, we don't go outside at all, we don't travel or anything. Do we need to apply our sunscreen on those days as well, or do we only need to apply it when we are traveling or moving outside?
It is essential to apply sunscreen even if you are indoors. But the sunscreen application frequency may vary. For example, if you are on a holiday, if you are on a beach side, if you are on a hillside, you have to reapply your sunscreen every 2 hours without forgetting. Sometimes if you are on a beach, it may, you may require as quickly as hourly if your sunscreen is getting washed away. So the sunscreen application frequency varies whether you are indoor or outdoor. But the sunscreen application is a must, and it should be a part of your routine skincare.
So my other question was, see, we both live in urban lifestyles. We both live in a city with a lot of pollution. At this time, I think most cities in India, we have a lot of pollution right now. So how does pollution interact with UV rays, and how can we use sunscreen to protect ourselves from it?
See, there is a concept of free radical damage. So the pollution, in fact, increases the absorption of UV light as well as the damage that it creates into the skin. There is something called oxidative stress that is more in when you are exposed to pollution. So you need to include some ingredients that can actually neutralize these pollutants and also block the UV light. So it can be done with good sunscreens which have got certain ingredients to help you to withstand that pollution, and it is necessary to wash and reapply, especially when you travel from one place to another in a city like Bangalore, which is a lot of pollution around when you see, and people using two-wheelers, they need to wash the sunscreen because that pollution needs to be washed off and then reapply. And anti-pollution ingredients are of great help in such situations.
All right. So while moving out, most of us apply makeup. So sunscreen can obviously applied with makeup, but nowadays in market there are many tinted sunscreens and sunscreens which are also makeup primers. So what's your take on them? Are they effective enough to protect us from the harmful effect of sun rays?
Yes. Many of the sunscreen which come as tinted, I do recommend to patients because that is what kind of blends with your makeup.
True.
But when the makeup comes with SPF and when you want to use the makeup as the sunscreen, that is not possible because the quantity of sunscreen that we say is not enough. When you apply it as a foundation or anything. When you apply a foundation, you will not apply everything equally, right? You will use somewhere, you will be using more to conceal, somewhere you will be using less. So it will not give you a uniform coverage. So using a makeup product as a sunscreen is a bad idea, but using a sunscreen before applying a makeup and choosing a tinted sunscreen which can go well with your makeup would be a great idea.
So doctor, as I was coming to meet you, I was pretty excited, and I also picked my own sunscreen from my home so that you could demonstrate how to apply properly. Could you tell me if it's good for my skin and how to apply it? I would really love a demonstration.
You have chosen a nice sunscreen. So you've got a age where you're getting pimples, and this can help you to, not clog those pores because of sunscreen. And it definitely goes well, before your makeup. So you got to use the correct quantity. And this is a very nice sunscreen. When you apply 2 fingers, so this much you have to apply to get a good protection. So that's approximately 3 grams of sunscreen. So you got to apply this all over your face and blend it nicely. Then you can put your makeup if you want to use. Otherwise this is good. This just goes matte finish and you will not look oily and greasy.
Nice.
So that way this is a nice sunscreen for you.
Thank you so much. So doctor, normally our sunscreen washes off with sweat or water. Maybe we're swimming, we're on the beach, we sweat off. So are there any water resistant sunscreens?
Yes, of course, there are many. So your sunscreen is one of them. And water resistant sunscreens are very essential, especially in India, because we have got a climate which changes, and many cities like Mumbai and Mangalore are very humid. And even though you are not going to the beach, you may be sweating a lot. So that sweat itself may be sufficient to wash your sunscreen off, and the efficacy comes down. So it is essential to use a water resistant sunscreen, especially in humid climates. And if you are visiting beach, if you are going for swimming, it is very important to use a water resistant sunscreen.
How does sunscreen prevent wrinkles and dark spots which come with aging?
One of the most important aspect of sunscreen is to prevent photo damage or long-term photo aging of skin. So infrared light, UV light, they go deep into the dermis and they break down the collagen and elastic fibers. So with that, the skin texture becomes loose and skin starts becoming sagging, and you start seeing fine lines as early as 30. There's a famous study actually, which is a twin study, which where one twin is exposed to sunlight, the other twin was using sunscreen. So in that, the twin who was not applying sunscreen aged faster. These were identical twins. So it is proven beyond doubt that UV light and sunlight causes early aging changes. So if you are concerned about aging, your sun protection should start as early as teenage. So it is not visible in that age. But once you age, after you cross 30, you start seeing fine lines, but the damage has occurred much before. So it is essential for children to use sunscreen. And as a teenager, and when you are going to college and schools, you have to use a sunscreen to prevent the after effects or the later age related issues starting at a later age.
Doctor, nowadays there are many makeup products which claim to have SPF. Are they effective and can they replace our regular sunscreens?
Definitely not. So sunscreens have their main role, and makeup products cannot be applied uniformly, and makeup products cannot replace sunscreens. So I would recommend my makeup lover patients, those who want to use makeup, first put a layer of sunscreen and moisturizer as your base. On that you can do makeup.
So, what advancements in sunscreen technologies are you excited about in the future? Because we live in a very polluted city, polluted country nowadays, and there's a lot of heat waves, global warming. There's so many issues, and I think with issues, we are also advancing towards better technology to help protect our skin better. So, what are you most excited about in terms of technological advancements in terms of skincare and sunscreens?
Absolutely. Sunscreens have come a long way. When I was studying dermatology, initial years, like say around 12 to 13 years back, we have only few handful of sunscreens. But nowadays we have got a variety of sunscreens to choose from, and many of them have special filters. So like, Tinosorb M, Tinosorb S, there are so many anti-pollutant filters. There are blue light protection filters. There are so many new filters, and the cosmetic appeal of the sunscreen has changed. So nowadays people are looking for sunscreens which can actually give them a makeup like look, matte finish, which can actually feel very smooth on their skin. You don't even feel that you have applied a sunscreen. Your skin looks natural, glowing and shiny. So that's what people look for in a sunscreen, and I'm happy that nowadays lot of such sunscreens are available, and we all should make use of it.
For sure. Nowadays, many people have just started their skincare journey. So, what are your tips and advices to someone just starting out, especially the people in their 20s or 30s?
I always tell my patients to have a routine skincare which they follow every day. So, a good cleanser, a moisturizer, and sunscreen is an essential part of it. So, you have to get your sunscreen prescribed by the dermatologist at least once, so that you know the benefit of it and you choose the best one that suits your skin. And from there, you can continue that. So depending on your requirement, you can reapply the sunscreens. So make it a habit to carry the sunscreen in your handbag.
So, doctor, on our today's episode, we have a beautiful platform over here at the Sunscreen Must podcast. What is your key advice and takeaway for our viewers so they can have a healthy, glowy skin?
So I would request everybody to use the sunscreen and choose your sunscreen properly. Don't go by the advertisements. Go with a sunscreen that is prescribed by your dermatologist, which is trusted. So it is essential for people to use a sunscreen which gives them the protection that it claims. So not every sunscreen does that. And make sure you know your sunscreen, know your products, and then use it. And there is no point in thinking that, this may block my vitamin D production, this may harm, it may cause cancers, it can cause endocrine disturbances, all that doubts will be there. Clarify everything with your doctor and then start using it, and use adequate quantity, and proper reapplication is important.
So, Dr. Shilpa, before I conclude, I came to know that you're a university level athlete. So, I would really love a suggestion from you how we can incorporate, nutrition, lifestyle, exercise into our daily habits so our skin can glow better.
Definitely. Nutrition plays an essential part of our life, and we should make sure we include lot of colors in our diet. So make sure you eat your veggies, fruits, at least 2 types of vegetables and 2 types of fruit, I tell my patient. But your plate should be colorful. So include all the colors and colorful vegetables and fruits which have more antioxidants, and in fact these antioxidants give you a internal sun protection. So it is important for us to have a balanced nutritious diet, and fitness of course is important, because your internal health is how your skin looks. If you are healthy within, your skin also will be healthy. And drinking lot of water is essential. At least 1 glass per hour we have to drink. And make sure ki your sleep is good. So it's a lifestyle that getting good sleep, eating healthy, and having a physical activity. All 3 are equally important. Plus your skincare routine can help you remain beautiful.
That's very informative, and to be honest, this whole session was very, very informative, and I'm sure that our viewers have their own questions and queries. So I just want to ask you, how can they contact you, how can they meet you, or book a consultancy? If you could just give a brief to our viewers, that will be very helpful.
I'm available in Subodha Skin and Cosmetic Clinic, Bengaluru. So we are located in South Bengaluru, that is Konankunte off Kanakpura Road. Anyone who wants to meet me can Google out Subodha Skin and Cosmetic Clinic, or if they type Dr. Shilpa Bhatt, dermatologist, so my clinic address will come up. They can contact my front office.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shilpa, for taking your precious time out of your busy schedule. I'm pretty sure that your tips and advices will help our viewers not only get protection from sun and UV rays, but also get a shiny, glowy, radiant skin. And thank you so much, viewers, once again for staying connected with us on the hashtag Sunscreen Must podcast. We hope that you will stay connected with us and get tips from the best and the most renowned dermatologists and cosmetologists of our country. We are available on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Thank you.